Hi everybody, GOGATH here. After last night's oxymoronically named pre-recorded live stream, I do understand the reasons for that. I think things are a little clearer now. We never got deep detail, but there was a heck of a lot to go over, so that's fair enough. I think where the confusion's arising for a lot of people, or at least it was for me, is I was looking for a carrier that I could use on a daily basis. Maybe going exploring in it and taking my fleet with me for some reason that, I don't know, fancied a different ship to run around in or whatever. What Frontier have given us is something slightly different. It seems that for mining this could be a real asset, and you'd actually earn out of it in as far as you wouldn't have to keep popping back to the station to empty your hold. You can keep your carrier just nearby, and then you just load that up, and then when it's all full up, then you go back. Combat, I'm not sure. Yes, you could get all your combat ships about and choose which one when you see the situation, or you could log in and out until the situation matches your ship. Who does that? Not me. Exploration, which is what I was thinking of using it for, obviously with a 500-year jump range. That's very tempting, isn't it? Unfortunately, it doesn't really help. For example, if I wanted to go 1,000 light years in it and then do some exploring, it would take me 3 hours because of the warm-up and cool-down time. I would only visit 2 systems, so I'd earn less. And basically I would actually be paying to do this. You know, if I was paying and it would make me earn more money in stuff like that, then great. Trading maybe, I'm not quite sure yet. I think there could be a possibility with trading here. Definitely mining. Combat maybe for convenience, but it's a big outlay and you want to make some money back on it, don't you? I mean, it's a bit like you buy a cat and a dog. You know, I like dogs, I like cats, and I wouldn't mind having either at the moment, although my lifestyle doesn't permit it. That's my problem, not yours. What about horses? Oh no, horses are totally different kettle of fish. So Yamix is probably the expert on that, but the thing is, if your normal ships are dogs and cats, then this thing's a horse. It takes a lot of upkeep. You've got to really want it. And if you do, that's fine. I can see the appeal. The problem there, of course, is I think you have to think of it like a station. It's a bit like X3 Reunion. I don't know how many people have played that game. It's quite an old game now. But you could have factories which would produce stuff and you'd sell it to other players, although they were all NPC. And you would make your profit that way. You also sent out for resources and you bought those in. Lada lada lada, the thing would work out automatically, the same way as this would actually. You can set your tariffs. So you'd have to put it somewhere where you'd have to give some advantage to the people who would come and buy your stuff. That way you could charge a bit more for it, because you've got to pay the base price. But I think there's possibilities in that, so the thing can earn its own money. I'm not quite sure how well that'll work out. Obviously, I've never tried it. And as I say, that 500 light year jump range sounds very tempting at first. I mean, at least with mining, I suppose, which seems to be the best way I can think of using one of these. Not only have you got that massive hold to fill up, but you've also got all the equipment you need to make your own fuel. So you can mix the two and you're set. And you'd actually earn money rather than travelling backwards and forwards so much. So that's good. But as I say, getting it working like a station means you'd only have to actually jump it as a last resort. Maybe if situations changed and you'd find somewhere else to take it to, where maybe the prices were better, or I mean, this is an example. I don't think for 1 minute it's a good example, but just as an example, say you decided to fill it up with a load of stuff that explorers want, and then position it halfway to Colonia. You can put out on the third-party sites where it is so people will know. And as people damage their ships jumping in and out of systems and things like that, they can come to you. You charge a premium because there's no one else doing it, at least until everyone gets the idea and then does it. It's just a theory, as I say. That's whether there'd be enough passing trade or not, I don't know. But that's the thing, really. You've got to think what you want out of the carrier. If you just want it, that's a good enough reason to buy it. There's nothing wrong with that. Mining, I think it could actually help. Combat, I'm not so sure about. But hell, you know, I could be educated on that. I could be wrong about all this, actually. So I don't know why I'm doing this. Exploration, I don't see what good it's going to do me, to be honest with you, which is what I wanted it for. Trading as a maybe. Still, there's 2 betas to come yet. So all could change, or little things could change. I mean, I would prefer the upkeep to be on a percentage, but I can understand why they haven't done that. Because these are persistent in the game all the time, if people start ignoring them, you're going to be left with a load of dumped carriers all over the game, which is probably something they try to avoid. But yeah, that's fair enough, I get that. It does seem that the upkeep is not massively high. It's not like it's going to break the bank. I think I'd just resent it because it was actually not only not paying for itself, but would also cost me money in as the time I'm upkeeping that to doing what I like to do. But hey, it's a choice for every person. I mean, the beauty of this game is you play it exactly the way you want it. There's no wrong way to play it. And as I say, I've always included even the stuff I don't particularly like. I think they've still got to have a right to do it. Because it's not up to me. You know? It's up to each of us what we want to do. But as I say, the idea of thinking of it as a station that can move rather than a ship that can work as a station, I think is a more beneficial way to come at the problem. That's just my thoughts anyway. Okay, GOGATH out.